Okay, so you join me here with Simon Lowe. He's the operations manager for TaylorMade Betting. Simon, how much of an impact do you think gambling has on sport today?
Probably very minimal. There's a lot of ways of looking at it. You've got sports players will actually like a gamble themselves, so there's a possibility you can question their integrity there. But there are safeguards in place to protect about that, so an individual couldn't bet on themselves or their team, for example. But in general, you don't really encounter it in the way you might have done with the well publicised Pakistani spot fixing case. Really, it's gambling has actually brought a lot to sport in many ways. It brings a wider audience to sport. It's a large sponsor of many sports nowadays as well, so there's that side you can look at as well. But in terms of gambling on sport, the impact it's had on sport, I could only imagine it's kind of had a positive impact, really. If anything, it's in the bookmaker's interest to make sure it's an honest participation, if you like, and as such, if there was anything slightly misleading, then it's not going to be in our interest as well as the sports interest. So if anything, it could have probably tightened controls on integrity.
Okay. That's brilliant. You mentioned the fact of spot fixing there. That obviously ties hand in hand with live in-play betting. Do you think live in-play betting can corrupt sporting fixtures with the idea that you can kind of gamble on live events of a game?
It's absolutely a possibility. As I just mentioned, then the fact that you've got integrity is core to the bookmakers industry. It's in our interest to identify if there was anything corrupt. There have been incidents, well publicised, some probably not, where a suspicious betting activity might arise, and you're thinking, is there something not quite right there? And you might report it to the authorities, and they'll investigate whether there's anything going on there. But there's opportunities there, no doubt, and the more in-play markets that we create, then obviously there is the opportunity for corruption.
You say leading on to that, reporting it to the authorities. What are the actions that TaylorMade would take if they feel an incident might have been fixed with regards to sport?
There's a couple you can take directly, obviously. We can report it to the necessary sporting organisation, the Premier League possibly, or something in that nature. But the general one would be the industry watchdog, which is the Gambling Commission. We do report cases, as the whole industry does, and it's then up to the Gambling Commission to look into cases and deal with the relevant authorities.
Okay, and just to wrap it up as well, do you think sportsmen are right to get prison sentences if they're found to be fixing an event with, thousands of pounds of, potentially your money on it? Do you think that sportsmen, what do you think is a suitable punishment?
No, absolutely. The prison sentences is good. Sport is there for everyone's enjoyment, and gambling is very much a leisure industry for everyone's enjoyment. And if these people are profiteering from fraud at our expense, then it's like any other form of fraud, and they should therefore be dealt with by way of prison.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you.